Hello, everybody. Welcome to another awesome episode of Youth Connect. I'm Aiden,
I'm Logan.
I'm Jeffrey.
and welcome to our Youth Connect episode. So, I hope that you guys are excited. I hope that you guys are ready. And Jeff and you, Logan, I hope you guys are ready for your news. For those who don't know, what in the world is this amazing show about? Well, Youth Connect is a show that's all about fun, all about sharing news with you, our community, and making sure that you have a news source that you can trust because it's made for the community by the community. It's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. We're going to have cooking knowledge, live music, video game news, and whatever comes next. So I hope that you guys are excited for this awesome episode. Now, I will say in advance, so let's keep it in our brains. Let's process through our minds. We will not be having Kevin today because he is out. And you know what? It's going to be me, Jeff, and Logan. But we're going to make the most of it because honestly, we are the three oh my goodness, I'm gonna butcher it, but I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna get a better one. We are the three musketeers, so we are going to be giving you some awesome news. So I want to say this. Our Youth Connect team is all about being advocates for all abilities, and of course, as broadcasters, entertainers, we want to be included in opportunities for acting, directing, writing, being a chef, a curator, speakers, artists, musicians. You know what they say, you name it, and we want to do it. So if you are hiring, keep us in mind. There's going to be something for everyone. And I know Youth Connect is going to be awesome today. And if you want to follow schedules, you guys know the first thing that we always have to do, as per usual, is always with some gaming news. All right, time to bring you your video game of the week. Now, what in the world is that? Well, it is going to be a game that I think that you should absolutely check out. It's either an old classic, something that's released recently, or, of course, something that's releasing soon. And today is going to be on the older versions of the games. And now we're going to be bringing you The Last Train out of Wormtown. So you got to get off the ground because Last Train out of Wormtown is a chaotic, asymmetrical sandworm versus cowboys online multiplayer game where the worm can only see players touching the ground. So you could play as two players, a partner or a worm. You can work together if you're a partner with your fellow partners to complete your objectives and get out of Wormtown. But beware, touching the sand will alert the worm to your presence. If you want to make it out of Wormtown alive, you'll need to run, jump, climb, and use powerful tools to escape the treacherous environment. And if you're feeling a little bit hungry, play as the worm to stop those pesky partners from leaving town. With an arsenal of special abilities and capable of burrowing underground at immense speed, there'll be worm food in no time. And very interesting, and this is why I wanted to suggest to you guys, this is something called, they have something called Friends Pass. So featuring the groundbreaking Friend Pass system, only the host of the lobby needs to purchase the game, and all other players can join the lobby completely for free, making Wormtown the perfect game for friend groups, game nights, and streamers wanting to play with their community. Very interestingly, there is in-depth player customization, 16-player lobbies, a public lobby browser, 100 plus challenges to complete with unlockable cosmetics, randomized map layouts, fun and festive map themes, and fully customizable match settings to allow you to cater the experience precisely to your player group. I think it's absolutely brilliant that only one person needs to purchase the game and everyone else can join off of them. And honestly, having something like that is awesome. So if you guys want to play a game with your friends, something that's very silly, not very popular, I recommend that you check Last Train out of Wormtown. Anyways, I'm going to keep it moving. You know what? Next up, we're already at Logan, and Logan's going to be sharing with us some cooking knowledge. What is going to be shared today?
Hello, Youth Connect. I am Logan, and for today's stories of the week, a neighborhood in Vancouver is to get its first restaurant, dozens of E. coli cases linked to a restaurant in Calgary, and a few stories from food service workers about the weirdest things their customers have ordered. Starting off with our first story, Lynn Creek, a neighborhood in Vancouver, is to get its very first restaurant. A prominent commercial space that sat dormant for 8 years will be the location of this new restaurant. As of right now, there is no word about what the restaurant will serve or even what the name is. But the new owners of the commercial space say that they intend to make it a full-service, sit-down restaurant catering to the locals of the area. So, congratulations to Lynn Creek for their new dining experience to come soon. Coming up with the next story, a large number of E. coli cases in Calgary have been linked to a popular restaurant in the area. Saskatoon Farm is the name of this restaurant, and the Alberta Health Services have linked around 40 cases of E. coli to this restaurant since July 25th. E. coli is a bacteria that spreads through undercooked and unpasteurized foods, as well as through contaminated water. As E. coli symptoms can take weeks or even months after congestion to manifest, Alberta Health Services have urged anyone who has dined at the restaurant from between July 1st to July 16th to call 811, the Canadian Health Link, to arrange to get tested for the bacteria. To end this news on something more lighthearted, let's talk about food service. Now, food service can be a very tough job, and customers can be, let's say, a little bit unhinged sometimes with what they want. This recent r/ask Reddit post asks food service workers to tell their stories of customers' most bizarre requests. Some stories include a man who asked for salmon steak, only to be upset when he was served salmon. A man who would go through the drive-thru at McDonald's almost every day trying to order a roast beef sandwich because there was an Arby's close by, and he kept confusing the two locations. Lastly, there's also a story of a flight attendant who was asked by a customer to serve them tomato juice mixed with orange juice with no ice. Needless to say, customers can be weird sometimes, and respect to all food service workers who sometimes have to put up with their weirdness. Anyway, that's just about all the news that I have for this week. Thank you all for listening, and back to you, Hayden.
Okay, so I think today's episode is definitely going to be on a fast pace, but I will say that E. coli break definitely sounds scary. I apparently just checked it out, and apparently there's over 68 cases of people having E. coli, and that is kind of scary. I don't know about you, but I definitely would not want to be in Saskatoon. That sounds very scary. For Jeff, what did you what was your favorite part about Logan's news? I think the scariest part was the E. coli, personally, but I guess there wasn't really good news.
I mean, it was pretty scary. I mean, kind of frightening, kind of dangerous, I would say.
Oh yeah, very, very, very true. You know, I think both of your news that you shared, Logan, were very, very good. I think that the amount of like baloney, the amount of like things that people have to deal with when you work at a place, the amount of weird requests or the things that people need that you can't fulfill. I feel like some people are just such, I don't know. I feel like it's such a problem. It's so hard to meet the demands of some people. And sometimes you get such weird things that people get upset about, as you told us. I appreciate it as always, Logan. And you know what? I really am liking it. Keep it up. I hopefully maybe next time we have Youth Connect, I really want to see you do like maybe like something about like facts about, I don't know, facts about food. Like, for example, how you remember that one time where you talked about the many different types of flour? I would love to see that section come back, Logan. I don't know. I feel like our watchers that are watching right now would love to see it. If you guys do want to see it, please do send a comment in the chat, and I'll make sure to keep an eye out. On to our second gaming news. I hope that you guys are ready, so hold on to your seats. I will say that it seemed like any other announcement from the Pokemon Company. Pikachu Corporation announced that it will be launching a touring museum exhibit called the Pokemon Astronomical Observatory in Kanagawa, Japan. The event is set to begin on November 1st and aims to educate visitors on the wonders of the cosmos with the help of Pokemon. So 4 museums across Japan will host the event over the next year, with the Saga Mihara City Museum set to kick things off in November. All of that sounds really awesome, but the announcement was also accompanied by a piece of promotional art which Pokemon fans suspect might be at least partially AI generated. Now, at a glance, you might not suspect that anything could be amiss. In the foreground, there's Pikachu dressed up in a snazzy little astronomer getup, looking through a telescope at constellations with Cosmog floating above his head. And the character art looks great and all, but in the background, that's where things start to seem a bit off. Now, many different people, including Pokemon YouTuber Lu2, points out that there are several abnormalities in the observatory shown in the background of the piece. It has odd furnace-like lighting to its interior that frankly looks more ominous than the piece calls for, and the architectural structure of the building doesn't seem to make much sense at all. And then some of the structure seems to just melt into the rest of it in a way that seems unlike what human artists would ever draw or submit for use. Now, I will say this. There was actually a similar issue that people called out AI use on, remember, I think it was the Amazing Digital Circus. There was the t-shirt design that just didn't seem like it made any sense at all. But unfortunately, the artist showed his sketch work and clearly showing that it was not created by AI. So at the moment, we do not know if it is. And I'm going to be honest with you, people online make such big deals over such small things. We should be recognizing how amazing it is that they are educating, or in Japan, that they're educating the youth about the constellations using Pokemon. I think that's brilliant. And all people can think about at the current moment is that there's a AI generated observatory. Very weird, by the way, because it's so tiny. I don't know why we're freaking out over such a small thing. But I will say, this isn't technically the first time Pokemon has been suspected of using AI art. Back in 2023, Niantic used art to promote one of the new seasons for Pokemon Go that fans also believe to be AI. And the studio said technically it uses a variety of tools and softwares to create visual assets, but it said it doesn't disclose specifics around its processes. So maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. What's really awesome is that Japan is educating their youth about constellations, and that's what we should focus on. Go, go, go. All right. So how are we going to do this next? Well, I want you to take a deep breath with me. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Are you guys ready? Let's move on to our next section. I know that was a lot of information, but you know what? It's very important that we discuss about this because in our world, so many things happen, and sometimes we might not ever even know. I don't think I would have ever checked and seen, like, for example, I don't think I would ever check and see, oh man, there's this AI argument. I would have never known about it, but now I do because we watch Youth Connect. And speaking about Youth Connect, we have to talk about something that's very important, our very fan favorite community news. So what did we do this week? Of course, every day at 9:30, we met at Chat Cafe. We said hello, shared news, and started our days together, discussing about issues in our community and also just talking about everyday life. You know, it's good to connect. Of course, at 11 a.m., we always did our usual 7-day, or technically our 5-day week. On Monday, if you guys know, was actually a civic holiday. So unfortunately, we did not have an event. But actually, I technically did host morning chat. If those who were there know that I had only 2 people there, and I was thinking to myself, where is everybody? And I totally forgot. On Tuesday, we learned how do pictures show up on a computer screen. And this was my class, where we learned exactly those pictures that you're seeing, like you're seeing me right now on your computer screen or on your TV. And we learned about how it's not magic, but it's all about science and, of course, technology. On Wednesday was a delicious Marry Me casserole, a chicken casserole to be specific, where Miss Christine and B-Man showed us how to make a delicious chicken casserole. It was absolutely fantastic. I added in my own flair, and when I hosted a party, the entire chicken casserole was gone. So clearly it was absolutely delicious. Of course, on Wednesday was the evening was our mosaic night, and many of our crew came together to make beautiful mosaics together. And everyone's design was different and creative and unique to themselves. So as you can see, we are always on the go. On Thursday, Mr. P taught Tech Around You, how stuff works. Mr. P, that sounds like my one. But we apparently they had a quiz about everyday technology, and it made our community think in fun ways. Thank you so much, Mr. P. And on that same day, I wasn't there, so Mr. P was in my stead, and I actually taught our friends from the Vipers wheelchair basketball team how to play floor curling. And it was really amazing to show a sport because honestly, I absolutely love seeing the kids being so happy. And go Vipers, go! And of course, go Super Ability Crew working together. And Friday, we did our general knowledge trivia challenge, and I will say that we had a fun online trivia game, but more importantly, instead of somebody reaching second place, I might have reached first place. I finally got to the top of the leaderboard this time. I don't know. You know how these past few episodes, I haven't actually gotten to the top of our Friday general knowledge. So the fact that I got first, felt so good. And of course, on Sunday, we have 2 events. 10:30 is our sports club and 4:30 is our music club. So I hope that you are ready. So we are busy, 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 as a community should be. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed your community news, because next up, we're going to be bringing you somebody awesome, somebody cool. We're bringing Jeffrey with some live music.
Hello, everybody. This is Jeffrey, your live musician, here to bring you some music for you today. This is one of my songs. It's called Jelly Roll. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Will you jelly roll? 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Roll your hips side to side. Go high, that's slide. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let the smile go. You can do, yes you can. Empty your pockets, give your change. Let me back, baby, rearrange, go high. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. 1, 2, 3, 4. With you, jelly roll. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Roll your hips side to side, oh high, no slide. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let the smile go. You can do, yes you can. Empty your pockets, give me a change. Every grab thing, rearrange, go high. Be the best you can be. Let me hear you say it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, jelly roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side. Don't hide, just slide. Shake your hands to and fro. Never let smile go. You can do it, yes you can. And if your pockets give me change, and you got faith, rearrange your high. Be the best you can be, let me hear you say it. One star again, wiggle, jiggle your rope. One step forward, two steps back, roll your hips. Don't hide, don't slide. Wiggle, jiggle your rope. One step forward, two steps back, roll your hips side to side. Don't hide, don't slide. Then empty your pockets, give me your change. And I got faith, rearrange your high. Be the best you can be, let me hear you say it. You know you wanna wiggle, jiggle, jelly roll. One step forward, two steps back, roll your hips side to side. Don't hide, don't slide. Raise, shake, hands, to and fro. Never let smile go. You can do it, yes you can. Empty your pockets, give me a change. And I got faith, rearrange them high. Be the best you can be, let me hear you say it. Wow! Empty your pockets, give me a change. And I got faith, rearrange your eyes. Be the best you can be, let me hear you say it. You know you wanna wiggle, jiggle, jelly roll. Step forward, two steps back, roll your hands side to side. Don't hide, just slide. Wiggle, jiggle, jelly roll. One step forward, two steps back, roll your hips side to side. Don't hide, just slide. Empty your pockets, give me a change. Never got it, rearrange your high. Be the best you can be, let me hear you say it. One more time. Wiggle, jiggle, jelly roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side. Don't hide, don't slide. Wiggle, jiggle, jelly roll. One step forward, two steps back. Roll your hips side to side. Don't hide, don't slide. Thank you, everybody. This is Jeffrey, your live musician. See you all next week. Make sure to check out my website, jeffreyinkerman.com. Anyways, back to you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Again, guys, Jelly Roll. If you want to see the official dance of Jelly Roll, make sure to check out Jeffrey's website, jeffreyinkerman.com. jeffreyinkerman.com. And you'll be able to dance to Jelly Roll while you listen to Jelly Roll. Unfortunately, guys, this does mean we are at the end of Youth Connect. If you liked Youth Connect, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click the notification bell.
Other than that, guys, I really hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Do something fun, spend time with family, and we will see you all next time. All right, guys, catch you later. Have an amazing weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.